Hi folks. Won't be a moment, just checking that everything's coming through clearly. You are live. Well, that's got to be a good start, hasn't it? Yep, people in chat are saying we're live as well. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. I can see there's a few of you already stopping by, which is great to see, as always. So we're once again, of course, picking up with Final Fantasy VIII Remastered Edition, which is actually now in our hands. It's still hard to believe. Been waiting so long for this game. Long before Square actually announced it. I never thought they were going to tell you the truth. Hi, Lady Morgan. Great to get to chat to you at last. How's it going? Yeah, the character models are pretty sweet, aren't they? I'm not going to do a whole lot of card games to start with, folks, and I'll explain why. First of all, I did an hour of those on stream yesterday, and I don't want to drive you guys nuts too quickly. But I have already done some off-stream as well. So I'm going to do a little bit of refining to begin with. This is the plan for today anyway. A little bit of refining to get some magic stocked up. And then we're actually going to go ahead and move into story progression. Which will mean the seed exam, because that's what we have upcoming next. So hopefully that's all going to go okay. I don't know what sort of score we're going to get in it. But hopefully it'll be good enough to, you know, not be too embarrassing. So I'm just checking out on some of your messages here, guys. In chat. Yeah, the music. Can't beat a bit of Final Fantasy soundtrack, can you? Yeah, I'd love the modding community to embrace the remastered version of Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, the fans have done such an awesome job with the original Final Fantasy VIII in many ways. They excelled what Square have given us here with the remaster. So if they can take this and improve upon it further, then, well, that's just going to be the best of both worlds, isn't it? Of course, that would require the Steam edition, and I have the PS4 edition. But if people start modding it, then I might have to pick that up also. Hello, Adam. Welcome to you in Japan. And Tyler. Trevor. And everybody else that's already said hello. Crazy Vato. By the way, guys, I'll probably mispronounce most of the names that pop up in chat. I usually do. So don't take it personal or anything. Hi, Damon. Okay then, well, let's get on with the show. We're going to begin by refining. The main thing you want to really get, in my opinion, at this stage in the game is Tornado, yeah, that's it. I was thinking Thunderguard, but no, Tornado magic. You can get Flare magic. Problem is, it's really hard to come by. You need to get 50 Ruby Dragons. Oh, there's something else I want to tell you guys as well. A lot of you have been asking whether I want to get the Lionheart weapon on Disc 1, and I do, and I am going to work towards it. But earlier today, when I wasn't streaming, I did about an hour or so of battling against the group of card players in the cafeteria that play level 5 cards. And do you know how many El Noil cards I managed to get from them? 0. The 2 that I've got are what I got on live stream yesterday. After an hour of battling them, I didn't pick up a single one. I don't understand why not. I thought it might have been bugged. I did pick up at the same time, however, 15 Abyss Worm cards. Look, I got 15 of these, but 0 El Noil cards. That was really annoying. So I can get 100 Tornadoes for 3 party members now, which is obviously really important. But I still need to get 18 of these things in order to be able to get the 20 pulse ammo. I actually only need 12, but it comes in 10s for the Lionheart weapon. Yeah, so you need 12 pulse ammo, but if you do it the card way, which is the only way you can do it on Disc 1, then you're going to need to get 20. You need 4 Dragon Fangs, I think it's called. You can get them from the Grendel enemies a little bit later, and then an Adamantine, which you can get by refining the Brothers card. Minotaur card, in fact, later. You can also get an Adamantine from killing the turtles on the beach, but you have to be a high level for that, and I don't really want to level up. So I'll have to be refining a card. A rare card, but that's okay, because you can get them all back later. Hey, Wes! How's it going, dude? Oh, That makes me a bit nervous, Tally. Being a hot topic at your group. Okay, so what is it I want to refine then? Let's go to the ability menu here. Right, so we definitely want to refine the Abyss Worms. Each one will give us a windmill. And each windmill will turn into 20 tornado magics, which is super powerful. As I say, not as powerful as Flare, but you've got to be pretty darn insane to want to grind the 50 ruby dragon cards in order to get 100 Flare. Yeah, I can't battle Zell's mum at the moment, Nate. I did try, but she weren't having any card games. But apparently, the students from the group in the cafeteria have the highest drop chance, or the highest chance of playing the cards. But I must have done about 30, maybe even 40 games. Never saw it once. So maybe it's a bug, I don't know. But there is a bit of a backup plan. Later on, when we can head up to the 3rd floor of Balam Garden, we can battle Sid. And he has a high chance of playing the Al Noyle card also, and that's still on disc 1. So it's still a good way of getting it. I'm not giving up on it, don't worry, but just going to have to put it on the back burner for now. Morning, David. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Now, all the characters in this game are different characters to the ones in Final Fantasy VII. So, yeah, Square will tend to, you know, bring some of the names across, like Biggs and Wedge. And also Sid, and there's probably a few others that I can't think of right now. But they are just the same names for different characters. Right, so let's go ahead and refine all of these. We'll get 15 windmill. Now we're going to go to Thunder Magic refinements. And each of these will give us 20 tornadoes. So we'll give both Squall and Quistis 100 each. And then we've got 5 windmills left for when we get our 3rd party member. Yeah, fantastic point there, Game Slayer. Just mentioned that Sid also has the Cypher card, which is, a rare card, so it's good to get. We're going to say goodbye to Thunder off strength. Hello, Tornado. Watch that strength stat, 27, 65. That's what I'm liking. We can also put Tornado on Quistis' strength stat. So she doesn't have the thing where you can use the Gunblade, of course, for extra damage. But still, she'll be whacking things with her whip for a nice amount of damage there. Can we boost any of these other stats? Yeah, we could boost Spirit, which is magic defense. So you can refine other magics as well at this time. But whether you think it's worth it or not is, of course, up to you, because you would have to farm the various cards for it. Are you thinking of giving Final Fantasy VIII a try, are you, Jordan? Yeah, it tends to be relegated to the least of the pile in terms of the PlayStation Final Fantasies. But I've got to say, with this particular remastered version, there's been a lot of hype for this game around my channel, which is great, actually. Seeing as how it's still a 20-year-old game, ultimately. Let's see if I've got anything else that's worth sorting here. Yes, Snow Lions. These are good. These will give you a North Wind, which I believe transfer into, or refine into Blizzagars. So we've only got enough for 1 character, but should have enough for 100. Go to Ice Magic. Yeah, 20 Blizzagars. We'll give these to Squall. See if we can junction that to anything useful. Even junctioning it to Magic Stat is useful because it means that he'll draw faster from enemies. Yep. Oh, we could put it on. I don't know if it'd be better. Oh, no, look, it does boost his health. Maybe we could put it on. I don't think we really need to boost his health up anymore. Would actually be useful because it gives you a bigger range for the limit breaks, doesn't it? Yeah, it's strange, some of the changes that are present in the remaster. Kind of feel like downgrades. And yeah, that is one of them, Arc Blast. The fact that there's no rumble feature. Not sure why that wasn't included, but indeed that is the case. So elemental defense, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what we've got. Thunder, I guess. You can get them back, Jordan. You can get rare cards back, but you do have to wait until a lot later on, unfortunately, like right at the end of the game. But yeah, you can definitely get them back. Still, I would recommend keeping them where possible. unless you know there's some items you can refine from them that are super powerful. But generally I only do that if I really have to. Let's just see if there's any other cards that I want to mess about with right now. I mean, obviously there's a lot of stuff here. We could get Fibergar, but I don't really have many Hexadragons, I don't think. I don't think I have any, actually. If you have Hexadragon, you can refine them into, where is it, Red Fangs, which become Fibergar. We can also get Thundergar, but I haven't got any Blitz cards, so... Creeps can become Thunderars, though. We can get... Let's go and do that, shall we? Better than nothing. We'll give those to Quistis, I think. We can also swap magics around, though, when we get a third party member, you see. It's not really going to make much difference. If we go to Thunder Magic Refinement... Obviously not as powerful as Thundergar, but still pretty darn good at this stage in the game. Oh, greetings, Relic. Yeah, that's who I was trying to battle earlier, V2 games, in the cafeteria. But I did an hour's worth of card games. I got like 15 of those Abyss Worm cards, for example, for 300 Tornadoes. I must have done about 40 to 45 games. But not a single time did I see one of the El Noil cards that you actually need 20 of. So I'm going to try again later once we can battle Sid. It was really annoying. I don't know what was happening with all that, but I don't need to save yet. Let's just make sure we've spoken to everybody for the various side quests and stuff. I think there's somebody in the library we can speak to. Is this the library? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, I will learn my way around Final Fantasy VIII one day. I'm probably on about my 10th playthrough. I can never remember which NPC we need to speak to as part of the side quest. So I'll just speak to them all. Make sure we cover all bases. Yeah, that's right, Gary. I think there's a dude in the library as well. It might be this guy that can play level 5 cards, which includes the El Noil card. Oh, fantastic, Wes. That's awesome. I'll put that down. Oh, yeah, this is the person we need to speak to. Yeah, that's part of a little side quest of speaking to her there. So even though it doesn't look like it is, it actually is. Yeah, no, I'll put that down, Wes, mainly just to the fact that Final Fantasy VIII is so popular still after 20 years, which is kind of incredible, really. No, I don't think so, Dark, unfortunately. I don't think there's going to be a physical release. There was rumoured to be one, but it was then confirmed it's digital only. Hi, Randall. Yeah, I did try Zell's mum. She wasn't battling at the time. I did try and interact with her, but she just spoke to me. She wouldn't offer to play cards, so I think that's later on when that unlocks. Maybe once we actually get Zell into the party. Thanks for subscribing on YouTube there, Marco. Appreciate that. Right. So, I think we've spoke to the person we need for the love quest. I think at this point we should probably go and save. I might even make a backup save at this point as well, since we are about to proceed with the next part of the game. Yeah, it's not really that important, Game Slayer, in all honesty, so you can skip it and not really miss out on much. But I try and get everything done. But yeah, by no means do you have to do that side quest, so yeah, I don't blame you for that, in all honesty. Right then. Pretty sure we need to head to the dormitory now, don't we? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Jordan. Absolutely looking forward to that. Can't wait for it. Infirmary. No, don't want you. What else we got here? Dark Swordsman Gaming. Welcome, dude. Cafeteria, of course. Spent most of my time in there so far. I'm just going to go for one card game before we go any further. Maybe quitting the game. Saving. It's weird you say that, Red Sharky, because I can't stand listening to my own voice. One of the worst jobs for me as a YouTuber that I have to do is edit video recordings into some kind of coherent video that I'm going to upload, because it means having to listen to my own voice repeatedly while I'm going through the editing process. I cannot stand it. Oh. But hey, it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. So the guy in front is the one that has the highest chance in the game, technically, of playing the El Noir card. According to GameFAQs, he has a 25% chance of playing it. But I can just never seem to get him to play it. Ah, $5 super chat from Yum Yum Eat Me Up. Just wanted to say thanks for your mod guides on Final Fantasy VIII on PC. Played through it using your guide and it completely changed my opinion of the game. Oh, well that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear the video helped and thanks for your support there. I've got a nice little strategy though for beating this guy. See, he never plays the El Noir card. He's got an aversion to it for me. Right, here's how I win every single time though. I always put a card down there. He always plays cards in exactly the same order. Look, I don't even have to think about how to do this. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Every single time I can win. I've played this so many times now trying to get that El Noir cards. But he just never plays it. Anyway, I'm not spending another hour on that. I was just proving to you guys. Yeah, I think so, Red Sharky. They say you get used to it, but hey, you know, I've been doing YouTube now for about 7 years, and I still haven't got used to it. I hate listening to my own voice. Right, now we can go. I don't know why I saved then. It's just a habit. I play a load of card games, I save. But we're going to the dormitory now. Oh yeah, Triple Triad is so fun, Game Slayer. The only time it gets annoying is when the rules start to come into force a little bit later. Especially that random rule. Trying to abolish that can be an utter nightmare. It really can. Hi, Kieran. Welcome to the stream. Let's get changed. Yeah, comes with a few quality of life gameplay enhancements, as Square are calling them, Dark. It comes with fast forward, the ability to disable random encounters, even though you can get that through the game later on, with Diablos Guardian Force ability, I think. And also, if you activate one of the other cheats, then, sorry, not cheats, gameplay enhancements, then you can become pretty much invincible in battle with constant access to limit breaks. So, right, I'm pretty sure at this point, once you've got changed and the mission begins, you don't want to talk to anybody. Oh, that's interesting to note, Dark Swordsman. I don't think I've gone ahead and done that myself, or tried that guy. But I might test him out next time we get some free time. Unfortunately, I've just begun the mission now. And you don't want to speak to anybody because it actually affects your score if you do. Oh yeah, the rule system in Final Fantasy VIII Triple Triad minigame is really convoluted, but once you get the hang of it, it's also very powerful. You can spread rules, you can abolish rules. You can do pretty much anything you want with a lot of trial and error and a lot of frustration, mind. Yeah, Elemental is like the best of a bad bunch, really. Here he comes, the man himself. I haven't actually, BM. I'll have to check it out. 3 hours? Goodness me. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'll get a spare 3 hours, but I'll probably, if I do listen to it, I'll listen to it in sections. So then I'll still get it all covered. Ah, okay, Kieran. Poor you. Yeah. Just checking out some of the comments here. Are you on this mission now, are you, Cloud? Yeah, no, I have been playing the new Fire Emblem, Jordan. I've done a few videos as well on the channel, but I've never played a Fire Emblem game before. Oh, I don't want to do this. I've never played a Fire Emblem game before, so I have been struggling with it, so I stopped making videos just to focus on it more for my own gaming time. Yeah, definitely. I won't forget that, Randall, but I'm really glad you posted it because it is something that is worth noting just for everybody that may be here. Because it's really annoying if you forget to draw a Siren, because you can get it still later on, but it's not until much later, I think. And by that point, there's a lot of abilities that she can give you that you would have liked to have used. Hi, Shayna. Shana, sorry. No, you're not late. We've only just started, really. Yeah, it'll be available, Daniel. Video on demand. There's already 2 parts that are up, I think. Yeah, this is the 3rd live stream. So, you know, feel free to check those out if you wish to do so. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, Blake. Yeah, I heard that as well. It's been fixed so that you get a neutral score now if your time expires. You don't get a negative score, which is interesting, but you do get a neutral score. But yeah, even if you get a rubbish score, you can actually take seed tests later on in order to rank up pretty much as high as you can get. So it doesn't really make much difference ultimately. I'm not sure what that is actually, Kieran. Dot hack? I don't know what that is, I'll be honest. Yep, that's absolutely right. What Youngam says is exactly the case. If you miss any Guardian Forces, then you can get them later on from the various bosses. Yeah, absolutely, Cloud. I understand that a lot of the games that I like the Final Fantasy franchise and others, of course, aren't necessarily the most popular games in the world. It's not Fortnite or anything. But it's the games I like, so it's the games I cover on the channel. And seems to have, you know, been building up an audience and whatnot, so I can clearly see I'm not the only one that does like these games. And that's great. Yeah, absolutely, Tenzi. If you want to keep the party members at low level, then you can use Cypher, because you can level him to 100. Just make sure the other characters don't get leveled up. Kill them or whatever. But yeah, you can level Cypher up, level Ifrit up by having him, you know, in the party as well with Cypher. And then you can unlock the ammo refinement ability, at which point it stays available even then, you know, when you use your other party members, because Ifrit will definitely be level 10 at that point. Hopefully that makes sense. Randall Watkins, thanks for the super chat there. Don't forget to draw Siren from the boss. Yeah, very, very important. And good advice. Spent 20 minutes on AP farming. Oh. Yeah, test to where it's at if you want to get a good score. But you do that after, don't you? Like later on in the game. I haven't actually been paying attention to anything that Instructor Trep has been telling us here. I've been too busy focusing on your comments. Hope I don't get in trouble. Yeah, I've got quite a few cards, Jamo. I haven't done as much grinding as I've done in the past, mainly because I was getting frustrated with the lack of El Noil cards, of which you need 20. For the Lionheart, I didn't get any after like an hour's of farming. But I've got enough cards for 100 Tornado Magic on every party member, which is pretty much what you need if you're going to do card farming. Anything else after that is a bonus outside of that Lionheart stuff, which I'll get later. I haven't thought about that, to be honest with you. Peggy Moore. Oh, Sid looks weird in his resolute form. This exam will involve 12 members from squads A through D. You will be proceeding to a real battlefield. Obviously, the battles are for real. It's an interesting exam, this, isn't it? Do you think they purposefully go to war with Dollet every time a new bunch of seed are ready to graduate, just so they can get their test done? Okay, Shana. Just remind me how we stopped the others from levelling up, because I'd rather they didn't. He did look like Robin Williams, didn't he, in his pixelated form? I think so, Wes. I think so. I don't know whether it's a bug or not, but I've never done like 45 games in a row before and not seen a single El Noil card off the player that's supposed to have the highest chance of playing them at 25%. Oh, is this where Sid becomes part of the background now, isn't it? One of the downsides to them not updating the backgrounds is that contrast is about to be made absolutely incredible. There he is, look. Sid, you don't look very well there, dude. Oh, dear me. Yeah, so the reason why Sid looks funny like that is because he's not actually a character now. He's just drawn onto the background. And of course the background has not been updated with the remastered version. So he's kind of been left behind a little bit there. Yeah, I'm playing the PS4 version. I can see that getting bandied about in chat. So perhaps just worth mentioning. Looks like we're off. Are you, Chrissy? Yeah, I remember playing this game 20 years ago. Seems quite, kind of strange that it's still attracting such a substantial audience even today. Right, this is where we don't want to speak to anybody now, because that will actually affect our score. If you end up with a low score, by the way, guys, one of the things that might have caused that is if you started chatting to random NPCs around Dollet. What's that about then, Tenzei? With people on Steam? Hi, Cole. Welcome. I think it's just Fuzz Finger or something. I don't really use my PSN ID. I have it set to offline always. I think there's like dozens, if not hundreds, of messages from people. It's just not the best way to try and communicate with me because I just don't use it. Other than to actually, log in and collect achievements. So by all means, if you find my PSN ID, you can add it. But if I don't respond, don't take that to heart. I just don't ever see those messages because it's always set to offline. I do check it from time to time, but not often, I'll be honest. Yeah, a lot of people are warning about not forgetting to draw Siren. I reckon there's been a lot of pain, a lot of tears in the past from that Guardian Force being missed. I'm pretty sure I might have missed it from time to time before as well. But yeah, appreciate the reminders there, guys. Because there's very little in game to actually point out the fact that it has the Siren Guardian Force, apart from the fact that you see it when it pops up. Knock it off. £5 super chat from Jordan Moss. Thank you, Jordan. 100 viewer hype. Hey, awesome stuff. Thanks, dude. Yeah, definitely. I do try and stock up on any new magics that are available for drawing from enemies to the max. Although sometimes when your own magic stat is low, it can be a real pain, a real nuisance to stick out drawing until you got 100. especially if you keep missing, but... My favourite Final Fantasy, it's got to be Final Fantasy VII, even to this day. And I know it's dated. I get people that play that game for the first time today. Sometimes, you know, they really get into it, they enjoy it, and I'm pleased that they do. But a lot of the time, I've seen comments from people saying that they just don't see what all the fuss was about. I get that it's dated. But I have so many fond memories of that game, and I admit there's a lot of nostalgia tied into that answer for me. But I can't wait for the Final Fantasy VII remake either. But I just like all of the older Final Fantasy games. For various reasons. One thing I'm really glad to see, actually, with the remaster, I wasn't sure if it was going to be this way, but it's the fact that they've actually updated the on-screen command prompts to the buttons of the controller, whereas before it had just weird, like, press button 3 and things like that, which were just not helpful at all, especially for some of the things later on that you have to do. For now, we're just going to drive all the way over here. And through Balam Town. Wow. Everyone's thinking, remind me if I'm ever in a car with Fuzz to make my excuses to get out quickly. This isn't me driving. I'm surprised Cypher hasn't beaten them up, whoever it was. Yeah, absolutely. But the fact that we've got like 100 viewers right now for a 20-year-old game isn't just, you know, something that my channel has earned. Even though I'm very grateful for everybody that's watching, it is something that this game has earned because it is still so popular. Right, when is it we need to speak to Cypher and give him the correct answer for the best score? I think that's a little bit later. I hope it's when we're in the submarine. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII, for me, was the first game I ever played that wasn't just a simple, like, platformer game, like Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog. Those were the types of games I played up until that point. And then it was just a whole new gaming experience for me with Final Fantasy VII. I just remember it was able to, like, evoke emotions and stuff that you never really got in gaming. That was the kind of thing that was reserved for watching movies and stuff. So to get that experience with a game, just even today evokes a lot of nostalgia when I think about that game. Lou Peel, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. Yeah, you know, had Final Fantasy VIII, and Wolfie, thanks for subscribing also. Final Fantasy VIII or Final Fantasy IX being my first Final Fantasy game in the context that Final Fantasy VII was, then it's very likely that they would have become my favourites instead. So don't speak to anybody here, just go straight onto the sub. Yeah, one of the things I was sad about with Final Fantasy IX is that Square clearly recognised how popular the card game Triple Triad was. But then they made a card game that kind of sucked in Final Fantasy IX. It just wasn't as fun. I know that some of you probably really enjoyed it, and that's fine. But for me, I just thought there was too much of a random element to the Tetramaster card game. And plus it seemed a lot more complicated as well. Yeah, complicated's not always a bad thing, but unnecessarily complicated is. And it's the latter that I would group that second card game into. Yeah, Final Fantasy IX was quite a risk for Square because it was a bit of a departure from Final Fantasy VII and VIII. It went a little bit more back to the roots of Final Fantasy. And you might think, oh, why is that a risk? Well, that's a risk because the vast majority of people that knew Final Fantasy at that point knew it from the PlayStation era of games, from the more sci-fi, tech-oriented Final Fantasy VIIs and Final Fantasy VIII. So to go back to the original roots of Final Fantasy with that more fantasy style in Final Fantasy IX was definitely a risk on behalf of Square, but a lot of people liked it, so... And it was much more story-oriented, I think, Final Fantasy IX, rather than gameplay-oriented. The gameplay was still fun, but for example, your party would often get split up, wouldn't it? Pretty much all throughout the game, you rarely had a full party because everybody was off doing their own thing. Oh yeah, seems I'm not alone based on chat then. A lot of you are also saying you're not the hugest fans of Tetramastering Final Fantasy IX. It's weird because Square got it so right with Final Fantasy VIII, and thank you FinFan for the subscription. I mean, like I was saying earlier, the rules for Triple Triad, as in like when you have all these extra rules like the random rule, are really annoying, but the actual core game itself is a lot of fun. Oh yeah, definitely. Jimmy, thanks for subscribing. Oh man, you know that little Tails character that pops up? I had that set when I was streaming Sonic Mania, I think it was. Probably about 2 years ago now, and I've never changed it. So it still pops up when an event happens on the stream. Yeah, I do want to give Cypher the ability to level Ifrit up. I'm not 100% remembering how to do it though, so that my other characters don't get experience. Do I just need to kill them? I don't think you want to do that, because doesn't that lower your score? I can't remember. I need to try and maybe just check that up, unless anybody knows in chat. How to get Cypher to level up with Ifrit, but without leveling up your party members and without affecting your score too negatively. Urgent Force, thanks for subscribing. Subscriber hype, we're getting subscriber spam at the moment. Hey Lee, thank you. So I've got a bit of an allergy outburst at the minute, so... Oh, okay, Yum Yum. Kill the party members. That's exactly what I'm going to do then. We'll save first. Right, we're going to select it's nothing here. In fact, don't talk to anybody now. So we're going to select do nothing. Yeah, that's awesome, Blake. That is awesome. I'm not sure about that, Wes. You can kill them all in the first battle anyway, though, can't you? But I haven't heard about that. There could have been, though, a glitch where you could kill everybody outside of combat. Hey, Lee. What system are you getting it on? Click OK here, or select OK. And it just gives you a higher score. Could have been Final Fantasy VII. There we go. Is that the PS4 version you're getting, Lee? That's the one I'm currently playing. I got the PS4 version so I could collect the trophies. Yeah, that's absolutely something I might even try, Randall, because I've got the Tornado magic, which boosts strength stat substantially. So I would do well to farm that guy a little bit later. You are on a time limit, but like you say, you can get some good AP from it. Oh, absolutely, Gemmo. Absolutely. Are you guys going to be playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake next March when it's released? I love this cutscene, by the way. This is one of my favourites in the game, with the music and everything. Bum, bum, ba-da, ba, bum. Good tip there, Chris. Thanks for that. Heal them up when Cypher runs away. I only need to level it. I'm only leveling Cypher enough to get Ifrit up. I will hopefully get Lionheart on Disc 1 Tensei, but there's still quite a bit I need to do for it. But getting ammo refinements so that we can get that pulse ammo is one step that we do need to do, so it is important. Right, so what I'm going to do here is, first of all, we'll de-junction everybody. Give all of that to Cypher here. I think I need to give him some magics. I need to take the magics off him though, don't I? Yeah, we need to be careful. Because what happens to the magics once Cypher leaves that you give him? Do you lose them? Or do they get transferred to another party member? Need to check that out. Obviously, I don't want to lose out on the Tornado magics that I've gone ahead and farmed. Anyhow, let's go ahead and go to Ability, Card Mod. No, not Card Mod. Thunder Magic Refinements. Febby, thanks for subscribing. Give those to Cypher. Give him some other powerful magics as well. If we go to... Let's just go to Switch. He can have all of Squall's. He'll still have the Tornado magic. Ah! I already gave him the GFs. That's really annoying. We're getting there. We're getting there. Right, strength. You can have Tornado. 69 strength. That's awesome. Okay, Shana says that you lose the magics. Thanks for that. So we just need to make sure that once we've got Ifrit's ammo to level 10, to pretty much wipe Cypher out of everything so we don't lose it. Although Jungkwon says that it transfers to Selfie. That's interesting. Okay. 952. Yeah, have a load of health. Cypher. I'll tell you what, Cypher's so mean to us, but look at this. I've been so good to him, giving him my full stock of power here. I don't think it matters too much what we give him. Oh, no, he does need abilities. So we'll give him magic. Draw. Don't think it matters what else. Okay, so first things first, we can go and save. Don't speak to anybody here. So we are going to kill Squall and Zell, which I'm sure Cypher is going to be quite happy about, because he's not a big fan of either of those dudes. So we'll use this first battle to do that. How come Cypher's got his limit break out already? Weird. Yeah, I got 15 Abyss cards, so that I was able to get 15 windmills, which is enough for 100 tornadoes on 3 party members. Right, Cypher has got a gunblade as well, but I cannot get the timing right when I'm streaming, unfortunately. Although I think Cypher's is actually a harder time than Squall's gunblade is. As in, it requires a little bit of a perfect timing that I just don't have. Okay, so now we're just going to farm some enemies. Yeah, you, Kaylee. Yeah, you do. I'm not going to worry about getting the max score though, Yum Yum. I don't think it's that important. There's certainly no trophies tied to it. I know that if you're following a perfect game guide or something, it will tell you to do that. But for me, my main focus is to get the Platinum Trophy. And to do that easily, that's why I'm keeping my characters at low level, since that just helps out in so many ways. Do we get random enemy encounters here? I know we do later. I want Cypher alive only, Gerald, because I need to get Ifrit to level 10. So I've given him the Ifrit Guardian Force. But I don't want my other party members to level up. So this is the only time to get Ifrit level to 10, because then he can start learning the ammo refinement ability, which we need to get the Lionheart weapon. I know it sounds complicated, but there is a reason to it all. So there's no random enemy encounters in this bit. Oh yeah, Jordan, they do, don't they? I forgot about that until you mentioned it, actually. Yeah, it's after the square. Thanks for that. Yeah, the Force Amulet, you get that from the Spider Boss, is that correct? Pretty sure that I got that on my last playthrough. Yeah, Anacondas, they're quite powerful, aren't they? I think the dog does something here, doesn't he? Oh, that's good to hear, Dark Swordsman. Yeah, if you haven't checked out Dark Swordsman's gaming channel, guys, I'd encourage you to do so. He's got some pretty awesome guides on there. And I think it's pretty cool when you lot support, you know, some of my viewers and stuff. So by all means, go and subscribe to his channel as well. Okay, just need to speak to Cypher. We need to speak to him twice. Oh, right, yeah, we need to kill the enemies. So I'm going off memory here, guys, as well as change you lots at the same time. So I'm just getting a little bit ahead of myself as where we are. I was thinking the dog needs to find something, but no, we need to just head up these roads here to activate the enemy encounters. Yeah, cheers, Shana. Okay, so I think now, in the next section, we'll get some cutscenes first, but then we'll start getting the random encounters. And not until much later. Jesus. Personally, I don't even like to think about leveling up the characters until we have access to all of the Guardian Force stat bonus abilities. So the things like strength bonus and, you know, vitality bonus and all of that good stuff that permanently boosts those stats when a character levels up. I strongly recommend you get hold of those before you actually start leveling your party so you can get the most of those permanent stat boosts. I don't even have the strength one yet, which is usually the first one that we get. Yeah, I've junctioned Cypher's HP, I just haven't healed him up. See, he's got 2,152 health. Let's throw some potions on him, shall we? I don't really want to use my cure magic if I can avoid it. Yeah, the goal is to get Ifrit to level 10. And that's because Ifrit can then learn the ammo refinement ability, which you need to get the Lionheart weapon for Squall. But this is the best time to level Ifrit because, as you can see, you can stick him on Cypher and not have to level up your other characters by keeping them killed. So I know it sounds convoluted, I know it sounds complicated, but all in all, it gives you the best overall result. Hi, Griever. Yeah, welcome to the stream. You've made it. Yeah, I do forget. You're right. It is why he's got limit. Limit doesn't just show when their health is in yellow. It shows when their health is low also. I was thinking why Cypher's limit break popping up, but now you've just mentioned that, it's reminded me that, yeah, they do get limit breaks pop up in this game. Even when their health isn't on yellow, it just has to be quite low. Oh, well, that's interesting to note, Blake. So you can get the most out of it then, can't you? Out of that AP. How many times do you have to kill him in a battle in order to get the AP? Is it 5 times? I can't remember. I think it's about 5 times, isn't it? Something like that. I'll get to it soon. This is the dog scene I was thinking of earlier. Oh yeah, Adrian. If you watch, I don't know if you saw it, Adrian, my last live stream, the archive is up. I think I've renamed it to episode 2 of the Let's Play or something. Then at the start of that live stream, all I literally have is the Ifrit card and the collection of 4 or 5, whatever it is, common cards that you get from the dude upstairs by the elevator. But I'll show you who to battle in what order in order to start building up a collection of decent cards. Yeah, I've given up on those for the time being, Jesus. I'll get the Al Noyle cards later once we can battle Sid. Hi, Jared. Welcome to you there in Australia. Thanks for joining us on stream. Ah, 5 times. Cheers, Dark Swordsman. Yeah, I thought it was. Hey, thanks, Gerald. Appreciate that. I'm sure you can speedrun the game. I've never done that myself. I do enjoy watching speedruns. I've never particularly enjoyed playing speedruns because of the stress that it puts upon me. Hi, Kupo. Welcome, dude. How's it going? Cheers, Chris. Yeah, one of the things I like about Triple Triad early on is that sense of progression you get. You start off with such a poor collection of cards, but by playing the correct NPCs in the right order, you slowly start to build up a collection that very quickly is able to take on anybody in Balam, Gardam. And now that we've got 3 rare cards, we're going to be getting some more soon as well. I don't think there's anybody that can beat us now in that area. I would say also in Balam Town, but you do have the Queen of Cards there. And she's very tough to beat. Jerry joins us in chat. Hello, Jerry. Welcome to you there in Taiwan. You've been playing a lot of Classic, have you, Kupo? I've dabbled in Classic WoW. But I never expected to really want to get back into it, and I haven't, to tell you the truth. I used to play WoW, you know, since its release, and I still do to this day. But I'm one of those rare few that actually thinks that you know, the game has changed for the better over the years. So I never really had any incentive to go back to the original. But from what I've heard, you know, it's become extremely popular. I was going to say Square. I don't think Square are going to be too concerned. Blizzard have had to put out a load of new servers and everything, haven't they, to keep up with the demand and stuff. So I think they were wrong, it is safe to say, when they originally said for so many years that nobody's going to want to play a classic version of World of Warcraft. It seems to me that pretty much everybody, except a few of us, want to go back to it. Ifrit's level 1, I think. I don't think I've leveled him yet. He won't really start leveling off those soldiers because they don't give much experience. But once we start to get to the random encounters and the snakes and stuff, we should start leveling fairly quickly at that point. So just after this bridge. Do these guys have cure magic? Yeah, they do. So we'll use that to heal Cypher up to full. Yeah, one of the interesting things about the card game is that you do actually want to lose quite a few of your rare cards, the correct rare cards, to advance the Queen of Cards side quest, don't you? Yeah, just nabbing a few of these cures, get Cypher up to full. And then we'll be ready for the random encounters and the levelling of Ifrit. Once Ifrit's levelled, I can bring the others back to life as well. Oh, look, his limit break still popped up. That is really weird. It's nothing to do with his health then. Maybe Cypher's limit break works differently? Must do. Well, definitely Kupo. The remastered version is probably a great time to get to it, isn't it, I suppose? It's not popping up now. Oh, no, there it is, look. Maybe because Cypher's only with you for a short amount of time, they want you to get to experience his limit. If you didn't get Ifrit's level 10 with Cypher, then all you can really do is just level up your characters in order to level Ifrit up. I don't think there's any other way to do it. It doesn't really matter if you level up your other characters, as long as you can try and keep them below level 20, which you should be able to do. I don't think we want to talk to anybody here, even though it's tempting because they're wounded. Hello, Isaiah. Welcome to the stream, dude. It is a great way, by the way, even if you want to carry on levelling your Guardian Forces, as Isaiah says here, to keep levelling the Guardian Forces with Cypher, because they'll be really powerful, but your own party members will still be low level. Which means the enemies will still be low level, which means your Guardian Forces will just absolutely blitz through everything. Levelling Quetzalcoatl is not a bad thing either because of fighting the spider boss. Right, what magics can we draw off this snake? We can draw Cure, that's good to know. I don't need to just yet, but it is good to know. Right, these snakes are what are going to give us a fair bit of experience. Let me just see if it's level right now. Still level 1. He is levelling slowly but surely. Have you got Tornado, Isaiah? I've got Tornado on Cypher, which is why he's doing a lot of damage. I've got it junction to his strength stat. It might be in this next area. Yeah. The random enemy encounters have started. Oh, I should have done Fire Cross. Is that an AoE ability? Ah, it was there. Yeah, it is. So, this is a great limit. Yeah, I forgot about that, Yum Yum. Oh, that's interesting, Isaiah. If I take the other Guardian Forces, if it just leveled up then. Oh, actually, I don't know if I want to take the other Guardian Forces off him because they're leveling too. I think we just get enemy encounters all over now. Yeah, I don't want to go too far up because that'll end it, won't it? Right, this is where 3 times speed comes in. Super handy. Ah, I did not mean to speak to him. That's annoying. I think that might have lowered our score. Oh, well. Yeah, you can level Cypher to the max. To level 100. Don't forget the max in this game is 100, not 99. I think somebody on Reddit actually did so. Recently. With the remastered version of the game. It doesn't actually take that long. I mean, look, Cypher's already level 10. Okay, he doesn't start at level 1. So all we're doing now is grinding. A little bit of a grind to get Ifrit to level 10. Ah, they're learning abilities too, which is nice. So let's just make sure we've got them set to what we want. Some magic plus 10% is quite good against the spider boss. So, yeah, we'll just stick with that. Nothing else is really important there. Strength plus 40%, however, is very, very powerful. Yeah. At least I can misclick again now. It's not going to matter. I've spoke to him once, so... Ah, trophy time. 100 kills. Yeah, stay on the bridge, guys. It was a purposeful mistake. The deliberate mistake showing you what not to do. Yeah, basically, just in case anybody's wondering what the heck we're going on about, if you speak to any of the NPCs, including the wounded ones here, then it actually lowers your score a little bit. You just want to not talk to anybody. But because I had it set to 3 speed, I accidentally did speak to that wounded soldier. It doesn't really matter ultimately, since I'm not going for a perfect game. But if you are, just something to bear in mind. Also, something I've noticed, I'm absolutely certain, you know how the screen transitions into a battle? On the original PlayStation version, I'm pretty sure it transitioned from both sides of the screen. I know it's a little change, but it's just something I've picked up on. It doesn't happen in the remastered version. It always transitions from the left there over to the right. Every time. Yeah, it can be useful, Sean. If I'm being honest, I don't really care that much about the mid-magic refinements, just because it's generally so easy to get the higher magic levels for refining cards, but it is useful for sure. Yeah, absolutely. What level is Ifrit now? Oh man, this is a slower process than I remember. I'm going to try and just take off the other Guardian Forces for now. At least Cypher will still have strength. He won't have his HP. But he'll still have strength. Oh, he will still have HP. No, that's fine. We'll just level up Ifrit for the time being. I think it's faster. I think Isaiah said it's faster. Oh, let's just slow down a sec. Let's just draw Cure. See if we can stock up. These guys can be quite hard. Not stock up, but, you know, heal up. And then we'll try his limit break. Unless it pops up. Yep, yeah, it has. Okay, Isaiah, I'm going to head back to that bridge now, since you have told me about that. And I'm hoping now that, yeah, we should level Ifrit a little bit faster. Oh, that limit break! Oh, that is potent. Yep, Ifrit's leveling now. We'll head back to the bridge at this point. See if we can level Ifrit faster. Still, he's level 3. Back and forth we go. Yeah, that's right, Isaiah. It could be, I think, what Young meant, actually. But you are right. Yeah, AP, they each get the fixed amount. But then it looks like experience is split when you have multiple Guardian Forces. Yeah, Ifrit's level 2 battles in a row now. He certainly is. That No Mercy Limit Break is a great AoE ability, isn't it? No wonder he was able to beat Squall early on in the cinematic. I'm levelling Ifrit to level 10 in order to access the ammo refinement ability, Leonardo. But I don't want to level up the other 2 party members, since I'm trying to keep them at low level. As that's actually the better way to play the game, in my opinion. Because you tend to get stronger relative to the enemies that you fight if you stay at low level, surprisingly, than if you level up. But also you can level later then, when you have all these stat boosting abilities from the Guardian Forces. He's level 13 now. Ah, Cactuars. Final Fantasy Classic, of course. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that before, actually, Adam. That they prefer Cypher's Gunblade to Squall's. It's not really that important, but it affects your score negatively if you speak to the NPCs once you've begun the mission. It doesn't affect experience, but it affects the score on the seed exam. In that case then, let's get those Guardian Forces equipped, shall we? Appreciate those tips there, Isaiah. Yep, you're absolutely right. Shiva just leveled up, despite being on a dead character. Well, I might have to make a video about that, Isaiah. That's an awesome tip. Just to help people who want to level up their Guardian Forces, but without leveling up their party members. This is like the best place to do it, isn't it? I think they come back with 1 health, if I'm not mistaken. Right, next time we get one of these guys on their own, I might use Cypher's draw ability to heal himself back up again. On the PS1, yeah, I can imagine, with no ×3 speed boost. Dum-de-dum, mind if I steal a few of your cures there, dude? Yeah, they get set to low health though, I think, don't they, Yum Yum? Nope, there's no vibration, sadly, Tom. I'm not sure why there isn't. I think we should be at full health now. It's a bit of a sad situation, but yeah, no vibration. Maybe it's something they can patch into the PS4 version at least. I don't know. Yes, it did, Caius. The Steam version did. It's the only version that has. Yeah, good point. As the enemies level up, they'll get into the next band where the next set of magics will be available. I don't think that'll be for a while, mind. I don't even know if I'll get to that stage here. Oh, please no, Chris. Don't say such things. I'll be devastated if that happens. You gotta get Squall healed up. But the thing is, you get a lot of potions, look, from doing all these enemy kills. So how many potions have we got now? We've got 20. Shouldn't be a big problem to heal them up afterwards without using your cure magics. And what can Shiva learn next? Or what do I want her to learn next? Let's go for some stat boost, shall we? We could go for defense or spirit, which is magic defense. Let's just go for defense. That strength plus 40% is coming along nicely as well. This is a great place to grind without having to rely on carding enemies. I believe so, Gerald, but I don't believe they'll go up that high because the average level of your party is still fairly low. Even with your dead party members, I think they're bringing that down, that average down. Just out of curiosity, what level is Ifrit at now? 9! Wow, look how fast he's leveled up now that we've reorganised our Guardian forces and come back onto this bridge here. I don't think so, Sean. I'm not playing the PC version. I don't know exactly how the cheats interact with achievements there, but I don't think they disable them. I'm pretty sure I would have heard about that if they do. The gameplay enhancements here on the PS4 version, which obviously aren't as game-breaking as the PC ones, definitely do not disable achievements. Hey, if it's level 10 now, which means we should be able, to teach him ammo refinements. So we'll go ahead and do that now, shall we? We may as well. Saves having to do it later by carding the fish, which can be a bit annoying. I know that they give more AP, but this is actually faster, I think, because of just one-shotting everything. Can I ask why you're doing this, man? Oh, you mean just killing the 2 party members and then using cyber to kill enemies? Yeah, it's to keep the party at low level whilst levelling up Guardian forces. And with the 3 times speed, it makes it a lot quicker than it did on the PlayStation version. Yeah, ammo refines all you need for the Lionheart. Anything else you do after getting ammo refinement is a bonus. This is the only opportunity I know of, really, to level up your Guardian forces without levelling up your party, so that they can be potent in battle, those Guardian forces, doing even more damage, but your party members are still low level. Oh yes, Final Fantasy is all about the grind. I'm not going for much longer now, guys. I probably would if I was playing just on my own. But I know that for streaming, it's not the best kind of content. But I do want to just make sure that we're getting some benefit while we're here. Probably situationally, Poochie Head. due to their slow animations, I don't make a habit of using Guardian Forces, but there are certain situations where they're particularly useful. What level are they all now? Level 9. Ifrit's leveling up quite a bit, isn't he? I guess it's because they get more experience when they're on a character that's actually still alive. I'm just going to learn ammo refinements, I think, and then we'll move on. Oh yeah, you can get the cards back. The rare cards that you refine, you can get them back later. But not until much later, just bear that in mind. But the Minotaur card, it is only one card at the end of the day. And because you can get it back, I think it's worth it. Yes, Diablo has Enknom, but one of the good things, of course, is that now you don't have to use Enknom. You can just use the gameplay enhancement ability to turn off encounters instead. And you can do that even before you have Diablos, of course. Have you got your Guardian Forces at 50, have you, Isaiah? Well done, dude. Yeah, see you later, Elliot. Thanks for stopping by today, dude. Yeah, that's very true, Poochie Head. I was just saying, I don't know if you was on at the time, but speedrunning for me, it's fun to watch, but it's nothing I've really engaged in myself ever. It's too stressful, I find. Right, just see how much more he's got left to go. 27 out of 30. It would be a single dude that's not going to give us that ammo refinement. Oh, yeah. Very powerful, isn't he? These soldiers just are nowhere near a match for Cypher here. Not with that tornado magic. Is that trophy still a trophy that's... Oh, we've got the ammo refinement. That part of the game, is it? Or was that just part of the old Steam version? Either way, I think it should count. If it is. Hi, Brian. Welcome, dude. Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, I actually didn't need to do this battle, did I? I've just learned what I wanted to learn. Yeah, see you later, Adam. Have a good sleep. Hey, thanks, Corrado. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely need to draw Siren, Chrissy. I'm not going to forget that, don't worry, but good to be reminded. Urgent Force, hello. Welcome to you in Germany. Thanks for joining us. Let's just go ahead now and sort out what if it's learning. Strength plus 40% is what we want. And just remind myself what the other GFs are learning. Okay. Right. Well, I've got what we need right now, so let's head back out of this area. Start making our way to the next. Oh, where's the limit break? There it is. Hey, no probs, Levi. I'll tell you what, those snakes, when you get 2 of them, I think they give you the most amount of experience. The problem is, they're so much rarer than getting 3 soldiers on the bridge that it's probably not worth farming this area just for those. Gerald says, from New York. Oh, you're in the US Navy watching. Oh, well, thank you, Gerald, for your service. No, that's a good point. When you fight Cypher later, he's definitely not as strong as he is now, is he? I think he must level down at some point. Don't forget to save, Wes. I think you might have been there one time at a previous Final Fantasy live stream. Can't remember what it was. Forgot to save. Lost the whole live stream's worth of progress, didn't we? Are you crappy? Yes, I am going to try and farm that guy for some AP. So he should be strong enough for it. Let me just see, because I think one might be ready to learn an ability soon. Yeah, 58, I may as well get that. And I don't know about that, but the other one, 58 out of 60. May as well get that while we're here. By the way, guys, if you are... Oh, Tales of Vesperia. That was it, Wes. Yes, that was it. I remember now. Didn't get 2 AP in that fight. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, folks, don't forget you can subscribe if you want to support me. But also, feel free to check out some of the past videos and playlists. I've got like a wealth of Final Fantasy content and walkthroughs that I've built up over the last 7 years or so. Which you guys are welcome to check out. Right, I've ended up doing a little bit more farming here than I initially anticipated. I can't remember off the top of my head, Jordan. You can start it on disc 1, but I can't remember if you have to. I'd have to check. Let's go for Vitality plus 40%. Oh, Crimson. Brilliant stuff. Well done. Yeah, the Dragon Fangs. Kind of need those, don't you? If you want to get the Lionheart. So that's awesome, mate. Right, well, I think I've done about as much farming as I want to do right now. Oh, thanks for that, Blake. Yeah, he is getting a little low, isn't he? We don't want him to die. And I'm going to go ahead and get Squall and Zell healed up in a moment now. Let's take off the 3x speed for the time being. Is this where Cypher leaves us, I think, isn't it? And our new party member is about to join us for the ride. Hi, Pika. Hey, New York City. Fantastic. Welcome. Cypher certainly does love battles. I think we just witnessed that ourselves. I would certainly, Wavy. I do love Final Fantasy VI. I just need Square to re-release it or something to make it worthwhile, so that we can get people to come and want to watch it. But hopefully, you never know, that'll be next on their agenda. They've done the PlayStation games and the PlayStation 2 games. I don't see them prioritising the Final Fantasy XIII series, since it still looks pretty good, even by today's standard, in terms of not needing a remaster. So maybe they will move on to Final Fantasy VI next. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody mentioned that it goes straight to selfie. Oh yeah, get some caffeine, Wes. Inferno Fangs, BB, is that the ones from the Ruby Dragon cards? In order to get flare magic? Because that is an insane grind if that's what you're doing, if that's what I'm thinking of. It's one I've never done, because you need like 50 Ruby Dragon cards. I've just had no luck with the Al Noyle cards. I've got 2. I was saying before this stream, just as the stream started, I was farming the card players in Balam earlier before I was streaming. And after 45 card games with the troop in the cafeteria, the dude that's supposed to have a 25% chance of playing the Al Noyle card didn't play it a single time. So I don't know if it was bugged, if I was doing something wrong, but I gave up in the end. Thought we'll come back when we can play against Sid, which is still on disc 1. But it's a little bit later, and I think he has a higher chance. We could jump down here. Slightly reduces our score a touch. Really important to heal up. You don't want a random enemy encounter and get a game over screen after all that farming. Let's go ahead and sort out Magique. Well, we got Ifrit back anyway. So it doesn't go to selfie, it just automatically goes back into inventory, it would appear. Let's just go for attack. Magic. Yeah, give me the good stuff. Oh yeah, I gave everything to Cypher. I wonder where all that's gone then. I hope he don't lose his magics. I want those 100 tornadoes that he had and the 100 blizzardgars and everything else that I worked hard on farming for. We'll come back to that in a moment. No, we don't care about Quistis right now. Okay, we need to give him Quistis magic. I know he's going to lose his Guardian Force, I think. But it's still going to be the fastest way of doing it. You get used to going through all these menus. See, now he's got a load of good stuff here. What's best? Cure? Tornado's obviously a huge boost. Thanks, John, for subscribing. Actually, yeah, I will give him Tornado because he doesn't have a strength thingy. So he can just have a high health stat. Have a nice defense stat. And a magic stat of 18 will be absolutely peachy, I think. We need to give him the card ability. And a few more potions by the looks of things. Fortunately, we farmed all those potions, so... Let's just go ahead and jump down. Get a slightly worse score, but... it's the fun way. Since we're not getting a perfect score at the test anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let's get going. Right, so can we give Selfie a Guardian Force now? Right, where the heck are the magics that Cypher had? That's what I want to know. Has Selfie got them? I really hope she has. Need to take a Guardian Force off from school, actually. We'll take Shiva off. I want his magics back. Okay, Selfie's got them. Right, that's fine then. That's absolutely fine. Right, I want Squall to have Blizzardgar, I think. So, we'll transfer that across to him in a moment. $11, $12, $17 looks to be the one. I don't think this matters too much. I usually put Thunder on if I can't think of any particular weakness that's needed, because it tends to be, early on in the game, the most powerful out of them all. Yeah, I am planning on it, Crimson. I'm certainly planning on it. Yeah, see you later, Randall. Thanks for stopping by. You might already have gone by the time I said say this, because I just saw your message. A little bit delayed, but yeah, appreciate that. Right, how can I just send the magic across? I need to remind myself how to do that, because that transfers everything, which I do not want to do. Okay, selfie. There we go. Blizzagar. Give that to Squall. Yeah, that'll do nicely, I think. And we'll just make sure he's healed up. So only Selfie has low health. Yeah, that's true. That is true, Yum Yum. Yeah, I don't have flair. I will be honest, I did not have the patience for grinding 50 Ruby Dragons. Zowling? Yeah, thanks for subscribing. Sorry I'm rubbish at pronouncing people's names as they pop up. He's still off fighting by himself, Lucky Cypher. Right, so we can draw some blind magic from this particular save point. You might want to save before doing this, because blind magic's quite useful. Though we will be getting another boss later where we can draw 100 blinds. But one thing I'm going to advise is just see who's got the highest magic stat. In fact, we can even boost the magic stat. Okay, so it's going to be Zell. I'm just going to boost his magic stat temporarily. I'm not going to bother saving, I can't be bothered, but this gives us a good opportunity to get a higher amount of blind magics. If you can get 9, then that is really awesome, but 6 isn't too bad. Mikey, thanks for subbing. So we'll put Tornado back there. Oh, good. Oh, no, I've got to thought I'm going to have to heal him up again, aren't I? That's really annoying. Oh, well. We'll expend our potion supply. And he still won't be at full health. Oh, well. Yeah, I've got Degenerator on Quistis. It is very useful. Does it not work on Grat? I thought it did. But no, I will trust you on that. That's annoying. But good to know. Alright then, folks, I need to take a break now. I've got quite a bit of work I need to get on with, unfortunately, but I really appreciate you guys stopping by and taking part in the stream today. So next up, we're going to, of course, head up the elevator here and carry on with the game and, you know, do the boss fights that await us up there, of which there are a few. I don't really want to expend my Cure Magic, Gerald. I want to try and keep it at 100 if I can. I know we can stock up on it quite quickly, but potions are kind of pointless after the start of the game. So I'm happy to use them to begin with. Yeah. No, I couldn't be bothered, Shayna. Did I not save? Whoa! Woo! Oh, man. I almost did the Fuzz special. Almost did the Fuzz special. I thought I'd saved. I was going to quit. Oh, by golly. I'm going to save again. Get a backup save going now. We're 5 hours in. Oh, thank you, folks. I'll tell you what, I would have been so annoyed had I come back to the game for the next stream and realised that all of that session was for Nout that we've just done. Where's I heard you? I think you were yelling loud because I heard you. Just about. I won't be streaming later this afternoon, unfortunately, guys, because I've got too much work I need to catch up on. But I will be back tomorrow. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow, and we'll carry on where we left off here. Ryan, thanks for subbing, and thanks to everybody who supported me today on the stream, either by subscribing on YouTube and also through the Super Chat feature, which is very awesome of you guys. And of course to everybody who continues to support the channel as a Patreon or YouTube member. But that's it for me for today. So I hope you all have a pleasant experience at work, school, whatever it is that you guys are up to now. And yeah, I'm really impressed by that, Blake. Mainly because it's great to see such an old game still drawing in such a crowd. But if you guys can make it for the stream tomorrow, then please do so. It'd be great to see you. And have a great day. See you then. Right, I'm ending the stream. Bye, everybody.